In this video, I want to give you guys a couple of updates on lower-key PlayStation 5 titles. Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood is a game coming out in early 2021. You guys might not be fully aware of it, but it is being developed by Cyanide, a relatively under-the-radar studio, but they are pretty good at what they do, and we got a brand new first-look gameplay video of that. I think that game looks pretty solid, so we'll talk that. And also, Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch, is coming to PlayStation 5 as well. That's another game some of you guys might not be fully aware about. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. It's a game I've been following for a little bit. One of these games that's been in flux for a little bit, but looking to finally come out in 2021. Alright, first up, Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. Again, this is a game being developed by Cyanide, and it's an action-oriented RPG based in the Werewolf the Apocalypse universe. Now, the gameplay footage we got shows a lot of the different variety of gameplay that you're gonna see. You're gonna have a variety of different forms you can use, each obviously catered towards a specific playstyle, and using them in conjunction with one another and using them at the right time is gonna be a big element of the game. The full video you can check out, and also there's an introduction to the game via the game director Julian Disatoro. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but he went through it a little bit in the PlayStation blog, and I want to read what he noted. As Cahal, you will take part in a bloody campaign against the evil oil and gas corporation Endron, whose activities are upsetting the balance of nature and threatening the way of life of the Garu and humanity as a whole. The development team and I, meaning Julian, are very excited to share more details about the game and a first look at the pure gameplay footage, walking you through some of the forms, abilities, and skills of Cahal, an exiled werewolf who has returned to aid his endangered tribe. If you're not familiar with the Werewolf Apocalypse universe, let me explain a couple of important plot points. Werewolves in our game are not typical monsters you expect from books or movies. In the world of darkness, werewolves are warriors, defenders of nature against the corrupting influence of the worm, a spirit of destruction and chaos. The werewolves are almost an antithesis to the worm, with their own culture, beliefs, and social hierarchy. Cahal is an Auran, a warrior from the Fianna tribe. He's a ferocious fighter and is fiercely protective of his family. There are many different tribes that you will encounter throughout the game, each with their own unique perception of the world. Unlike a horror movie from the 80s, being a werewolf isn't a curse. It offers great power, granting the ability to shapeshift into 3 forms, and you see those in the video. You've got the human form, the wolf form, as well as the werewolf form. The game touts brutal, fast-paced, action-oriented gameplay, and you know, this is one that I do think is going to get lost in the shuffle a little bit. However, I think the good thing about this game is it's coming out in February, I believe February 4th. Yeah, February 4th, 2021. Based on looking at the calendar right now, I don't believe there's going to be any other major games, at least at this stage of the game, that's been scheduled around the same time. So I think it can actually have an opportunity to get a little bit of attention. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Cyanide, they've worked on a couple of notable titles: Space Hulk Deathwing, Styx Shards of Darkness, Space Hulk Tactics, Call of Cthulhu. Some pretty notable titles there. Again, maybe not titles you're completely aware about. They also obviously work on Styx Master of Shadows, but all those games are relatively decent, like pretty solid games, all things considered, and now they're working on a game that I think can take them to the next level. We'll see how the game turns out. Thankfully, you know, your opinion of this might vary, but they did work out a deal with the Epic Games Store, so hopefully that does get them a little bit of funding and makes this game a success right off the bat, and hopefully the game will come out on Steam sooner rather than later, probably a 1-year timed exclusivity. Hopefully they got a good deal on that, and, you know, for a game like this, might not sell absolutely the best, but again, I think this one, it's really going to come down to what comes out around the same time, but I do see some interest in this game, and I do think that will ramp up as we get closer to the release of the title, so keep that one on your radar. Might end up surprising a lot of you guys. It's on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series, and PC as well, of course, on the Epic Games Store, so let's see how that turns out. Next up, here's a game that I have my vested interest in: Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch. This is a game I've been following for quite a while. Really like the look of this game right off the bat. Your main character, a little bit funky there, as you guys can see. Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch is a Metroidvania action game featuring exploration, intense combat, and challenging platforming. Now, the game did just get confirmed for a PlayStation 5 release as well. The game was initially confirmed for PlayStation 4, but excited to see this one get a PS5 release on top of its initial PS4 release. and the game is scheduled to drop sometime in the spring of next year. So, Fist Forged in Shadow Torch, again, a Metroidvania titles, and it notes 6 years ago, the Machine Legion invaded and colonized the Torch City, which was originally inhabited by animals. Raiden, the former soldier in the Resistance War, has been living in seclusion since then. After his friends is forcibly arrested, Raiden reclaims his mechanical fist and steps to his journey fighting back, and he never expects that he has been involved in a bigger scheme between the Mafia, the Rebellion, and the Legion. The game notes a sophisticated and an interconnected game map with countless secrets, arcade-style combat system with 3 unique weapons. You've got unique diesel punk aesthetic powered by Unreal Engine 4, and I know Metroidvania titles aren't generally considered to be the most visually, technically accentuated games of all time. I mean, you look at games, some of the top games, they're fantastic games. Hollow Knight, Dead Cells, Metroidvania titles, really great games. Hollow Knight has a great art style. I love Dead Cells' look, but it's not the traditional technical, masterclass, so to speak. And I wouldn't say Fist is a technical masterclass, but visually, I think the game looks quite good. And one that I'm definitely going to keep my eyes on, again, if you're a fan of action-adventure Metroidvania titles, this is one that you're probably going to dig, and it will be out sometime in the spring. Let's hope to see this one finally come out. Hopefully no more delays, because I have been following it for a little bit, and I've been wanting to get my hands on it for a while, but excited to see this one release. Also, will be out on PC. Steam page is already up, so you can read that if you want more information of the game. And yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. Again, be on the lookout for Werewolf of the Apocalypse Earthblood. Looks to be a pretty good game. Hopefully Cyanide delivers with this one, and Fist Forged in Shadow Torch will be out spring 2021, PS4, PS5, PC. That's gonna wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.